Duckboat Dispatch, episode number 34. I'm gonna have to cut this differently because Josh is distracting me. Josh is back, Sarah's back, I'm back. Patriots are back in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs for the first time since their last Super Bowl run in 2018. I'm just gonna ignore Josh and wait and see what happens.
Football, baby.
So the Patriots won last night. They're back in the divisional. Josh, good to see you, even though I saw you last night. Sarah, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're mentally okay. We had a little bit of a worry about that last week when we recorded on Thursday, how you were going to be on Monday, and the Patriots won, so you're okay.
It was a bittersweet Sunday.
It's an up and down Sunday for Sarah.
It was an up and down Sunday for me.
The real hero on Sunday is Xander, Sarah's boyfriend, for being just the absolute greatest guy on God's green earth, because I can't imagine what he had to deal with. So shout out Xander. First thing we get to today, we are going to get to Sarah's tone setter, which I'm imagining is going to involve a guy by the name of Trevor Lawrence. But we'll wait and see. Sarah does tend to surprise us sometimes by playing into the bits and going along with the segments and things like that.
No, don't give the audience hope. We know what it is. We all know what it is.
Trying to tease. It's called, the tease, to make people stay and listen. But there have been some things going on in the Boston sports world that aren't just New England Patriots. We're going to talk a lot of Patriots today, though, for sure. It's going to be most of the episode. But towards the end, I do want to talk some Red Sox because they broke my heart this past week. I know you don't care.
I don't get what happened.
Alex Bregman, no.
The summary is Alex Bregman signed elsewhere. We'll get to the whole spiel, and it was the third baseman on the Red Sox, one of the better free agents in the market this year that was on their team. He had an opt-out in his contract. He opted out, and he chose not to re-sign with the Boston Red Sox.
Well, his loss, not ours.
It is absolutely the Red Sox loss. But we'll get into that towards the end of the show, because we're going to start with Patriots, because that's the big story. Day after an ugly win, a very ugly win, but a win is a win. They don't ask how. So we'll get to Sarah's tone setter right away. So Sarah, what do you want to talk about to open the show?
I'm heartbroken. I just wanted to see the Jags play the Patriots. That's all I cared about. But it didn't happen. And I'm a little angry at a lot of people because they're being mean to Trevor. And yeah, he threw a pick. Fucking cry about it. So does Josh Allen. He throws picks. But no, I'm just mad because Trevor had a great season. He really did. And I know you don't like him, Tom. I know, Josh, you had a weekend where you liked him. But he had a rocky start, but he ended his season with an 8-game winning streak. He won the AFC South. He did really, really well. They were like, what they finished the season with? I think it was like 11 and something. Or it might have been
closer to 13.
13, yeah. They had a great season. They played really well. I think the team is finally clicking a little bit. Liam Cohen is a great fit for them. And I'm just hoping that Trevor keeps his head up and ETN never takes the Patriots celebration ever again.
Oh, did he do it?
Oh, he did. I was like, I got mad, and then I was like, oh, I can't be mad. I like him. But then I was like, I'm mad he's not a Patriot.
It's a loser.
But on the other end of the spectrum, I cried until about 4:30. Xander came in. He was like, it's okay. He had a great season, blah, blah, blah. Like, instead of being like, save your fucking tears for the pillow. And I would have been like, well, I am crying on a pillow, but okay. No, the end of the game was awful. I literally, the second he threw a pick, I walked out. I was like, I'm done. I don't care.
It lined up to be, I don't want to say like his coming out party, but it lined up to be a legacy-defining drive for Trevor Lawrence and being the guy that he was hyped up to be coming out of college, this generational quarterback.
I think that's what was like most heartbreaking for me because I watched every single one of his games in Clemson. Like Saturday, I was clocked in I was on illegal sites looking for the Clemson game. And I watched every game I could. And he has been that guy at the end of the game that had the Hail Mary and made that win possible for the Tigers. And I just wish he could have done it yesterday, but he didn't. So you just got to remind yourself that he played well. He had a great season. this was just a hard game for him. But if you take a look at what he did in the last 8 games, he beat the Broncos, he beat the Chiefs, and he beat the Colts. So I can't really complain. And it's not like he got taken out by the Panthers. He got taken out by the Bills, who is a respectable team and a good team at best. So I'm not mad. I'm just sad.
And he just ran up against a better quarterback, is what it came down to.
That's all it was. Yeah, that's all it was.
And Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the world right now, so there's not a lot of shame in that.
Is he though?
Yeah.
I disagree.
If we're talking about at this very moment, like right now on January 12th, Monday at 4:31, yeah.
Yeah, he's the best QB on the face of the planet right now. I mean, he is. You take him off that team, they're a top 7 pick probably in the NFL draft.
Yeah.
They really just have James Cook and Josh Allen. The defense is bad. The run defense is horrible.
Shakir. He had a good game yesterday.
Their wide receivers are very hit or miss. I mean, Keon Coleman, the second-year wide receiver, has been all over the place this season. Yeah. He's not reliable whatsoever.
That was just a name I remembered hearing a lot yesterday, over me telling everyone to shut the fuck up. Or saying get the fuck up.
An exciting football game for sure. Hero drive by Josh Allen at the end of the game to win that one. Trevor Lawrence isn't able to match, but best season the Jags have had since the Patriots' last Super Bowl run with Blake Bortles, where they damn near went all the way. Yeah. It was the 2018 season it was the 2017 season.
I really didn't start following the Jags until 2020?
Whenever Trevor got drafted.
Whenever Trevor got there.
But if you're a Jags fan, you can't be too mad about the season.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a Jags fan. I just say I'm a Trevor Lawrence fan.
It's just, this season was more about seeing what Liam Cohen can do, and he's an offensive guru, and he really came into his own in the back half of the season. It was also, you paid Trevor Lawrence all this money. Is he worth the contract? And you've seen,
I think he is.
2 players who got very similar contracts, and Trevor Lawrence and Tua. And they both gone opposite directions, where Trevor, you might believe you can build a Super Bowl contender around him. And Tua, nobody would say that as of right now.
I think Trevor has potential. I think there's a lot of I do think he gets in his head, and I think he got in his head in the second half. So that's definitely something. I just wish I could walk onto the field, grab his helmet, and be like, dude, wake up. Just wake up. Or just slap him across the face.
I think he needs more respect
on his ass.
No, he needs a better veteran wide receiver than Jacoby Myers.
Agree.
That room desperately needs a
Hunter, though.
They need. He's injured.
I know.
He needs for lack of a better metaphor, he needs a Stephon Diggs to his Josh Allen.
I was thinking the same thing.
Obviously, Stephon Diggs, I'm hoping is with the Patriots next season, but just someone of that level, a veteran wide receiver who was at one point in time, one of the top receivers in the game, and can help unlock a quarterback the way that Stephon Diggs has helped unlock Josh Allen, currently Drake May, and he had a big game last night. He is, for an offense that was very stagnant, the guys that stood out were Kayshon Boutte and Hunter Henry in that offense, and Stephon Diggs on key third down, fourth downs.
What about Mondre?
And Mondre, forgot about Mondre.
I'm gonna say, give that man his flowers.
They were the guys to go to when it came down to need to get a drives.
Where did Westover come from?
So he is the fullback, but also third string tight end. He's hey, shout out Westover for getting his moment, making a play. He
got a first down.
Yep.
Thank you.
That was a game where every single first down was crucial because there weren't a lot of them. I think in the first half, the Patriots had maybe 8 first downs. It was an ugly football game. It was a bad football game offensively, top to bottom. Drake May did not play well.
Yeah, it very much was giving Patriots Rams 2019 Super Bowl.
Very much so. Where it was,
it was not good. But also, I do kind of want to give a little shout out to the Carolina Panthers, because they held their own.
They are such a weird football team.
But you know what? I'm proud of them, and I'm happy that the Carolina fans got to go to a playoff game. Unfortunately, they lost, but they weren't blown out. And I think that just shows that all these teams are legit. They're all here to play. Every single game this weekend was not even a 1-score difference, except the Patriots. But
Yeah, every game came down to the last few seconds of that ball game, which is just amazing. And it's something we've talked about all year, that there is not a world beater in the playoffs this year. There's not a Kansas City
Nice.
Chiefs. There's not a Philadelphia Eagles. There's not a Detroit Lions for a sense. Eagles got booted out by the Niners, which was nice to see. I
Thank
can't
God.
stand Nick Sirianni. He's such an idiot.
Him and AJ Brown.
That was like one of like the lesser. If you were to tell me like, ooh, that's a problem, that's one of the lesser like controversies between the two of them. Like him trying to tell him to get off the field is whatever at that point. They've had so
You know what?
so
Have
many larger
respect.
issues.
Have more respect for your players.
He's a moron.
You have to give respect to get respect, and that's such a basic thing that people don't understand anymore.
But getting back to the Patriots game, it was like I said, ugly win, but everybody is probably nice. They're going to Cancun, Josh. Way to put it out there. On your phone. But every team has a chance this year, which is so exciting. The parity in the NFL is unmatched because there's not that Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. There's not the Tom Brady in the playoffs. There's not the Peyton Manning in the playoffs. There's not the Aaron Rodgers out west when he was actually good in the playoffs, even though he does play tonight on Monday Night Football against the Texans. And the winner of that will play the Patriots. But before we get to who the Patriots will play,
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, Josh, we watched the game together at work, which was, little flex right there. It's been about 12 hours since the game. What are your thoughts on it?
I love it, and I love it, and I don't love it simply because it was a pleasant surprise to me to see that this game came down to defense, or was mainly the big factor of this game was defense and not offense, because I was sure that this game was going to be much better offensively from both sides of the ball, just with the fact that you both have Justin Herbert and Drake May playing alongside with each other. But so the fact that the defense was the big factor, the main factor, the ones who stepped up the most, gives me optimism for the rest of the AFC. Because if you look at the AFC, there isn't really like an offense that really frightens you too much with the remaining teams left. So like the Broncos, they're known for their defense. The Bills really only have Josh Allen and James Cook, which we saw last night that, Milton Williams and crew can handle a run game pretty well. Who else is left? Steelers and Texans, again, two teams that are known for their defense. So if it's going to come down to a defensive game, a low-scoring game, this gives me optimism that the Patriots could. I'm not saying that they didn't have an actual chance at first, but they have a much clearer chance for me to actually make the Super Bowl, considering that a lot of these games might come down to purely just the defense stepping up. And if the defense doesn't step up then you're going to get chargered yourself, and you're going to get the Justin Herbert treatment of getting sacked 6 times and ended up in the hospital. Not actually.
Well, Drake May was running for his life because Will Campbell had a horrible game last night against Cleveland.
He did have an upsetting game, but again, I feel like you have to look at it this way. This team has little to no playoff experience, very minimal. So I think the fact that I'm willing to put it aside for now that you have a very inexperienced playoff team where a lot of the guys you're leaning on this postseason are rookies or sophomore players. So I'm willing to kind of put that aside for now. But obviously, if you do want to win it all, if you do want to go the entire way, you're going to have to, everyone has to do their part eventually. And I think Will Campbell is still a good pick. I'm not saying this game determines his whole draft stock that we spent the first round pick on. I think he did play great overall throughout the entire season. Obviously, the injury kind of impacted him a little bit. But I'm willing to kind of put that aside just simply for the fact that we're simply leaning on rookies, sophomore players, and guys with little to no playoff experience in this run.
Which is nerve-wracking, and I can't tell you how many times this season.
And a first time, and a brand new coach. Sorry, I forgot to say that.
Well, Vrabel has plenty of playoff experience.
But it's like, it's a team with a new coach, so I think that plays a factor as well.
Fair, at the end of the day, Vrabel went pretty far in the playoffs with Ryan Tannehill. He beat Tom Brady and Bill Belichick with Ryan Tannehill, so I'm not worried about Vrabel as a coach come playoff time whatsoever. He's one of the best coaches in the NFL. We're lucky to have him. But I can't tell you how many times after a game I said, the defense won us that game. That is one of the first times all season where I've said, and now there's been a play or two come the end of the game where I think it was Craig Woodson or Carlton Davis, who made a great deflection on 4th down to win us a football game at one point in time. But besides that, as a whole, this was the first game where I've been like, yeah, the defense won us this football game. They locked up, they held them to 3 points, and they dominated that offensive line. Justin Herbert was in shambles last night, and that is an injured offensive line, so I don't think they're going to have many games easier than that from a defensive line standpoint. And the receivers had no separation. Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen was dropping balls left and right. They had nothing going for them offensively, so shout out the defense who had a lot of question marks, especially after that Dolphins game. I was like, damn, they looked like crap against that Dolphins game. And yeah, the Dolphins quit halfway through because their season was over and they ended up firing their head coach anyways. But the defense gave me a lot of confidence last night because Justin Herbert is still a guy who can take over a football game, and they're a well-coached team, but they found the way to get the best of Justin Herbert, make him uncomfortable, make him move around the pocket, things like that, and they really locked in when the offense was stuttering and fluttering and they were croaking, and until they figured it out, the defense was there to save them and bail them out. But I am not going to lie, I am worried for round 2 because I'm assuming it's going to be the Houston Texans and not the Steelers, but we'll find out tonight. But either way, that offense cannot play that poor again. And if they go against the Texans, whose defense is better than the Chargers, I'm genuinely really worried about that game.
Bring them all. Don't care. I don't care. Stephon Diggs had an interview post game yesterday, and he said he doesn't care. He was like,
but you have to say that if you're a player. You can't say, Will Henderson Jr. scares me.
But give me either one, because I've said this before. I don't care. No one scares me, because that's how much faith I have in my own team, that the fact that no one's going to scare me. Again, the Super Bowl to me isn't a pity award. Don't give me the easy schedule. That's been the Patriots' narrative the entire season, is their cupcake schedule, how they haven't played good teams. Now people are trying to even weigh that in on the Chargers game, saying Justin Herbert's playing with a half-broken hand. The O-line wasn't there, yada, yada, yada. People are trying to force it in there and squeeze it in. And so, to me, give me the Texans. I genuinely don't care. I'm not scared. They'll kick their ass. To me, give me the hardest opponents, because I do not think the Super Bowl should be a pity award where if you have to do the cakewalk, go for it. Why not? But to me, give me whoever, because the Super Bowl, the champion is the best team in the league. And if you're not beating the best teams in the league, you're not the best team in the league. Therefore, you don't deserve the effing Super Bowl, because you're not good enough, quite frankly.
You're letting the media narrative cloud your judgment way too much, Josh. I could care less if somebody says they have a weak schedule. I could care less. Whoop-de-doo, we won the football game. Any given Sunday, any team can beat anybody.
I've been saying this all season.
You have, and I think the media narrative has completely clouded your judgment here.
No, I have said this for every single sport. I have said this for every single sport. I do not want the easy opponent. I have always said that. I've always said that. Don't turn
fine
that.
With an easy opponent. I'm fine. If we win, I don't care. Yeah. Again, if we win, if we're playing a kindergarten football team, I don't care.
That's what the divide has been between you two. Josh doesn't want the easy road. You want the easy road. Josh has been saying all year that he said, give me the hardest teams and we will beat them.
And you agree, but I think having the media, the narrative that they have, people saying it's a cupcake schedule and a fraudulent championship is a bad reason to want. No, if you want the toughest schedule, that's fine. But if you're I don't want to hear people say we had an easy schedule, bring them all on. I'll defend this team no matter what.
If I let the whole easy schedule narrative from the media get over my head, I would sit here defending that the Patriots have not had an easy schedule the entire time. I'd go into the stats that the Bills have had a very similar schedule in them. I would also say that we also beat the Bills, beat the Panthers, who were an 8-9 team, and they were also a playoff team, beat the Bucs when they were still competent, despite they were injured. Everyone played them when they were injured. I would sit here and go off about how defending their easy schedule. No, I'm sitting here saying that no matter who the team is, I'm not scared of them either way. The Houston Texans offense, I'm not scared of CJ Stroud. I'm not.
Is CJ Stroud better than Justin Herbert, though? Do you think he's better than Herbert?
No.
Do you think the Chargers offense is better than the Texans offense?
I think if you put a healthy Chargers team against the Texans, I think the Chargers would have beat them.
I think the Texans have a better system. I think they have better weapons, but I am taking Herbert over Stroud.
Yeah.
But you also have to look at Drake. These guys have played against good defenses before. Look at the Browns game. Look at the Browns. They smoked the Browns, even though the Browns have a very, very good defense with Ward
Brown,
and
the
Myles
Browns,
Garrett, who just broke the record. I I'm not scared of the Texans defense.
I mean, I'm scared of both teams, but that's just me. That's me in playoffs. I'm scared of everything.
But yeah, you're gonna have like that nerve because it is a win or go home game. In that
Exactly.
sense, you're gonna
And
have that.
I
Uh,
haven't had this in 5 years. Like I'm used to not having anything to watch on Sundays anymore.
but my question is like Tom, my question to you is are you like when you say you're scared, are you simply just scared of losing? Is that
I'm
the
not scared of losing. I'm genuinely the Texans have the second best defense in the NFL when it comes to points allowed per game. They're right there with the Seattle Seahawks, who have a phenomenal defense, and they're a better offense than the Chargers. They average more points per game than the Chargers.
yeah,
So
but
we're
like
playing. You're taking a team that gave you problems last night. The Chargers gave you offensively. They gave the Patriots problems. And you're taking a team and you're upgrading it. Not only defensively, but you're upgrading it offensively. This is a team that is, again, it is going to be a slugfest. It is not going to be a high scoring, fun action game. It is going to be a drawn out brawl with not a lot of points scored. And those games scare me when it comes to the Patriots because that means it's going to be close on the wire. And I think this team, they're front runners. They like to play from ahead. They're best when they have a big lead. And it's not going to be one of those games. And again, I said it last week. If this is a game where the Patriots come out slow, and if the Texans go out, they have a long, drawn out drive, score on the first possession. The Patriots go 3 and out on the first one, and then they're able to double up and if it be 10-0 or 14-0. That's a game script that doesn't favor the Patriots. It doesn't favor any team being down 14-0 early in the game, but definitely the Patriots because I think they don't play full games. I think that's going to come back and bite them at some point in
I
time.
no, I think they have. I think they proved that in the Baltimore game. I think they also proved
Yeah.
that they proved it in the Baltimore game. They proved it in the Miami game up until, all the starters got taken out. I think that this team has, you look at the first half of this team, you can even go in like the first 3 quarters of the entire season saying that they had slow starts, didn't play full quarters, but I think the last quarter of the season really did prove that. So I think no matter what, coming into this game, whether it's Pittsburgh or Houston, I have faith that these guys are going to play an entire game and they're not just going to have some slow start. Yeah, they had a very slow start against the Chargers. But again, I'm going to go back to my original point. We are leaning on rookies, sophomores, and guys with little to no playoff experience. That, to me, I will put aside for one game. If it happens again, then we'll have a serious talk about this whole narrative. But I will put it aside that Will Campbell did not have a great game. Drake May didn't look like an MVP. All the wide receivers, no one stuck out, but no, they were all getting involved. I'm willing to put it aside for the one game against the Chargers because of that point that I've been making this entire time. But I have faith that this team can come out and play an entire quarter, play an entire game, not just, kick 2 field goals for the entire first half and then only score 1 touchdown when it actually matters. I genuinely think that this team can come out, play the entire game, have multiple scores in each quarter, each half. And so, again, people are looking at this game being like, the offense wasn't there. They're not going to show up against in the next game. I genuinely, I say no. I think they will show up in the next game. I think that even though they won, they are completely. I am expecting them to be fired up, especially with Stephon Diggs. I think Vrabel has done an excellent job coaching so far, saying that the job isn't finished. No naps, no nap time anymore. I think Vrabel has done a good job. So I think mentally the locker room is prepared. The locker room wants to improve as well based off what they've said, the sidelines, all that. I think that they can come out very well prepared for next week's game.
And they'll have to. And I'm not. Teams have bad playoff games. Brady Belichick had tons of bad playoff games, and they were able to pull a win out of their rear end. So I'm not saying this is how this team is going to perform for the whole playoffs. But this is the only game we've had. This is the only example we have of them in the playoffs, and they were up against a good defense. Now they play a better defense. I'm a little bit worried about that, and maybe I won't have to because maybe the Steelers will find a way to win this football game. I don't know how they are going to, but this team has found ways to win games when it makes literally no sense. I don't think they had any business beating Baltimore in the last week of the season, But we'll see what happens. I think the Texans lock it down and get it done. So maybe this is all just a moot point and we're arguing over something that's not going to happen. But I think it's more than likely that the Texans win this football game tonight. But we'll see it again. We'll see, and maybe the last 20 minutes of talk has been all for nothing. But my point still stands that I am worried about this team going forward because of how poor they looked in this first game. May had a bad first half, but he figured it out. So again, teams have bad playoffs games, but I would tell you right now, I'm worried.
That's the key word you just said. Figured it out. This team.
Yeah, in the second half, he figured it out, but he came out super jumpy. He was missing throws. Even in the second half, he overthrew that one to Hooper, which is a play he normally makes. And don't get it twisted, that touchdown pass to Hunter Henry was gorgeous. It was centimeters away from Derwin James's hand. It was in the perfect spot. He couldn't have thrown a better ball.
Derwin James is also a top safety in the league.
It was a beautiful ball. It was just over Derwin James's hands, but not too far where it was the other guy behind. It was perfect. I can't describe how perfect that ball anymore, how perfect that ball was. But I'm still a little worried because if Drake May comes out slow again, like he did yesterday, I think the Texans are better equipped to capitalize on a slow Patriots start than the Chargers were. And if the Texans lose tonight, I haven't even looked at the Steelers, if I'm going to be honest with you.
What's your definition of a slow start? Like, is a slow start just not scoring on the first drive completely?
Not scoring on the first drive, but would you not say yesterday was a slow start? What was it? It was 6-3.
No, it absolutely was. But
I
like,
think
where's your line?
Slow start.
Yeah, where it was a slow start yesterday, but like, where's your line of considering it a slow start?
I think if they don't get points within the first two drives, it's a slow start.
Points as in touchdowns, or are you
touchdowns or field goal?
Okay.
I think that's enough to say okay. Or even if it's like the first two drives are quick, where the first drive is a 3 and out, and the second drives you get one first down.
I was just trying to get your definition on it.
Like, I mean, they need to if they don't have an extended drive within the first two drives, that's a slow start.
Yeah, the first one was a 3 and out, which was disappointing.
I couldn't say what the hell the second one was, but no, I don't think they scored on it.
Yeah, I mean, the whole first half was slow. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you on that. It was 6-3 at halftime. It was a slow start, so I mean, I'll give you that. I just was trying to figure out your definition of what you consider a slow start.
I'll go and look at it right now and see what they scored. Yeah, they didn't score until the second quarter. That's a slow start.
Yeah.
The Chargers scored once the entire game.
Yeah, they scored once the whole game. Again, the defense locked down.
They got a field goal.
Yeah, the defense locked down, and I don't know how much I trust the defense to do that in back-to-back games as well. And Nico Collins is leaps and bounds better than any receiver that was just in that last game. Yeah,
so that's another factor you have to kind of look into, depending on who the opponent is. Because if you're missing Gonzo, then you're throwing Carlton Davis on either Nico Collins or probably a DK Metcalf, which are two very good.
Is DK Metcalf allowed to play tonight?
I think he's back. I think he was only suspended for the 2 regular season games. For the rest,
I didn't know if it was carrying over, if it was like a full season or 2 games.
No, I think it's just that it was the 2 games left in the season. I think he's back tonight. But I mean, I would assume he's back if they move on to the second round. I'd assume he'd be back for that game as well. But it's something to
he's slated to play tonight.
Yeah, it's something to think about that. If Gonzo is out for next week, I mean, again, he's just in protocol. You're dealing with. I mean, you'll still have your run defense, which was the highlight of the night. Getting 6 sacks. So the run game, I won't be too scared of if C.J. Stroud or Aaron Rodgers or Jalen Warren or Woody Marks, is he the one for?
Yeah,
he's the one. So I'm not scared of the run game at all for either two teams, but the pass game without Gonzo can definitely be
iffy.
Definitely be scary because again, CJ Stroud and Aaron Rodgers, I'm not too heavy on. I don't think they're really top tier quarterbacks, but it's the fact that you have your matchup would end up being DK Metcalf or Nico Collins. That's kind of the heavy hitting part. It's not the quarterback, it's the wide receiver, and you don't have someone to lock up that wide receiver.
I personally would rather have DK Metcalf.
Oh yeah, I would much rather go against DK Metcalf than Nico Collins. Yeah. Nico Collins can be a top 5 wide receiver at times.
Yeah, I mean, out of the two, I just have this feeling that we're playing the Steelers. I don't know why.
There's something telling me too that the Steelers. It's not just going to
suck.
be. It's not going to be a blowout for the Texans. It's not clear cut. There's something in my head telling me too that the Steelers have a chance.
And like, I don't know what. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Tom, my knee was hurting during the Jags game yesterday.
Your knee?
My
Were you
knee. Oh,
playing?
were you there? No, were you there when we watched the Super Bowl freshman year? And I called
No,
the winner. It hurting.
I was only there for like the first quarter, then I moved over and went somewhere else.
And it was Connor. It was Connor. My knee started. I was standing on a chair, banging on a ceiling, naturally, and my left knee just got like a sharp, excruciating pain on the inside, and I was like, Bengals are gonna lose. And everyone just looked at me, and I was like, the knee spoke. That's all I gotta say.
There's
The second
Sarah's analysis. Really journalistic integrity right there to share that your knee told you what was going to happen.
my knee, but no, the second my knee started hurting yesterday, my eyes started to well up with tears because usually that means the team I want is gonna lose.
It's your body speaking to you, I guess.
It is. It's my second gut. It's my second gut
something.
feeling. Second something.
The last thing on the Texans before we move on and look at some of the other games that happened last week and we look ahead to the matchups that are set. The Texans are on a 9-game win streak right now. And 3 of those games came with Davis Mills as the quarterback. And it's not like they were beating. I mean, I think they were the team that ended the Chiefs season when Patrick Mahomes tore his Achilles. But they closed out the season with a big win over the Indianapolis. They had a big win over Chargers at the end of the season. And they beat They beat the Bills with Davis Mills, which is, if you're beating teams with Davis Mills as your quarterback, your defense has to be legit. And they scare me. I can't say enough that this team scares me. The Texans really do scare me. I think they play a style of football that will affect the Patriots a lot.
Kind of like what Josh already said. It's not CJ Stroud that scares me. He doesn't scare me really at all.
No, I think Herbert's better than Stroud.
I agree. I think what scares us is their defense and their receivers. I think that's what's scaring us. If CJ Stroud can somehow get a decent ball to Nico Collins, it's over. And if he can do that repeatedly throughout the night and their defense can shut us down on every drive, there's not a lot of room for us. Drake May last night made me a little nervous with how much he was running. I was scared he was going to get hurt. And what are we going to do? Rely on Josh Dobbs?
Yeah, he didn't really protect the football that well last time either.
Exactly. I do want to do one quick shout out. Stevenson, I think, heard us and he listened.
He has been spectacular since he stopped fumbling the football.
Phenomenally.
And he's really developed as a pass-catching running back, too, which is, for such a big guy, I didn't know he had that in him. And he's able to, that wheel route, just sit there in the zone and the check down. It was beautiful.
I said to Xander, I go, he's like a baby Derrick Henry.
I mean, Derrick Henry can still snap him like a twig. I do have one little play calling.
Meaning he's a big running back.
He is a big guy. Don't get it twisted.
Stevenson's a big guy. He's no Derrick Henry, but what I mean by baby is like he's a smaller version of him.
Yeah, power back for sure. I do have a little play calling issue. Josh McDaniels, what the hell are you doing calling a double pass with Efton Chisholm in the first quarter of the football game? What the hell was that? Like, I get maybe you're trying to spark some offense, but what the hell? So early in the game, I don't get it. I truly, first quarter, that was a first quarter double pass with Efton Chisholm.
See, but it worked though. It was just 2 feet away from May.
So it didn't work.
It didn't work. Okay, because he's not I'm not saying
was May wide open? Yes. Did he catch it? No.
No,
was it his fault? No.
I'm not saying it was a good play. I mean, Chisholm didn't throw the ball well to a wide open Drake May, but I'm just saying, it wasn't. I wouldn't call it the worst execution.
Out of all the trick plays I was expecting to see last night, I was maybe thinking, oh, maybe we'll get a flea flicker. I am a sucker for a flea flicker. That is. It sounds weird, but I love that play. It's because I used to run it all the time in Madden 13 with Nate. I love that play. But an end around double pass.
Would you look at your brother when you call that play and get flea flicked?
Nah, we would be on the same team playing against the Packers because we thought it was fun to sack Aaron Rodgers, and we would just run the flea flicker and just score 100 points a game on rookie difficulty in Madden 13 on the Wii. Side note, Don't know what that play call was. I also would have liked to see a few more runs designed to the outside. Uh, like a boundary run, I think would have been nice to try to get away from those pass rushers who were just giving Will Campbell the business. Set the edge, maybe that would help a little bit more. But at the end of the day,
Doing that on purpose.
win is a win.
I
Can't get
I
too mad.
think I think something you can kind of take away from it is that it didn't work and they didn't do anything else like it for the rest of the game. They tried it early to see if something different might work, just to throw some variety, from some fun flavor out there onto the field, but it didn't work. They didn't risk it again. They played it safe. They went with it, and then they won the game. So I don't think you can really look at Josh McDaniels too much and be like, horrible play calling because he tried trick plays. Tried
It
one.
was more of a situational, what the hell are we doing here, Josh?
Well, yeah, in the moment, we're like, what the hell are we doing right now? But looking
I think
back on it, I'm like, oh, well,
I
whatever.
think for his entire career, since he's been with the Patriots, I think if I watch any game with him, I think I have at least 3 or 4 plays where I'm like, Josh, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah,
But I think that's true for just every offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's
what the hell are we doing here, Josh?
That's every game, every offense, every offensive coordinator. That's just a natural thing. But yeah, you always get that funky play.
It's what are we doing, bro? Or it's a play, or it's 4th and 1 and you want to see an
What
outside
was
run.
it? That
Those pissed me off.
It was the fake punt or the fake field goal against the Ravens. Although that was a special teams call, not an offensive
I don't
call.
know. I don't know. I mean, if we're going to talk about coaches, I love Mike Vrabel. Him getting headbutt by Milton Williams and be in the locker room.
Okay, can we be honest? I don't think that's okay. Everyone is saying everyone in the post game was like, "Vrabel, is your lip okay? Is your lip okay? How's your mouth feeling?" And okay, you got a couple.
It was the smallest cut. I will give you that.
It was the smallest cut. He's a 3-time former NFL player, 3-time Super Bowl. I don't think he effing cares. Or I don't think
he walked it off.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh,"
but it was just
he loved it.
He loved it in the locker room too. And the post game locker room speech was so tough.
He's willing to play dirty with the rest of his players. He's willing to go in the mud. I mean, we saw it at the start of the season, preseason, where it was the joint practice with the Commanders, and they got into.
And he was in the fight, yeah.
And you see Mike Vrabel just dive head first into the dog pile. I'm like, that's my coach right there.
The other thing that does, I don't know how he can have good back posture. His back must be, because all the time, this is gonna sound, every single time they cut to him, exactly he is in a 2-point stance, bent over like this. It's dude, how does your back not hurt whatsoever? The whole game, he's like this.
Actually,
the entire game.
Our high school football coach, he always stood like that. And I asked him that every single day, and he goes, "You'll live through it."
I don't even.
I just don't think I could stand there's moments where he's walking around and stuff like that. That's more of a always when the camera cuts to him, he's always like this.
It's more of a hamstring thing, that position, not a back thing.
My back hurts right now, guys.
You're probably doing it wrong.
There's no way to do it wrong. You put your hands on your knees and bend over. Pause.
Back up. You can only see your face. Back up and do it. You gotta spread
your game. He's like this.
I still can't even see you, but sure.
Yeah, he was reading something off that piece of paper he was holding yesterday in that position. He had his elbows on his knees and he was reading the paper.
You also have to think about, he's standing up the entire time during a football game, so he's probably trying to figure out different positions to relax his muscles or relax.
I'd be like a Sean McVay where I'm pacing back and forth the whole game.
You're never gonna see a coach with just their legs crossed together, being like, what play do we want to call here, boys? What do you feel like calling? Halfback drive? Okay, I'm gonna sit back down now.
No, I think that it could maybe be a little superstitious.
Maybe it is a superstition. I could see him being so superstitious.
Keep going.
I mean, don't change it. I'm just kind of worried about after the season. If they play all the way to the Super Bowl, that's 22 games they play. His back's going to be in shambles.
If Mike Vrabel has to do, if he has to do lunge positions, if he has to do yoga midway through the game so that we win, go and do yoga.
He's probably got an icy hot patch down there the whole game.
Do some Pilates.
I just don't know how you can stand like that. But shout out our coach.
Take a Tylenol.
Pop an Advil. He'll be
just do the numbing shots that they give the players before the game. They give it to him in his back so he can just stand like that the whole game.
Take some smelling salts.
Do whatever you need to do, man.
They're outlawed now. You can't use smelling salts. They're banned.
True.
I don't know.
Maybe
they just get you jacked up.
Oh, okay.
They're just super sensitive, and so they go straight to your. They go straight to your head.
I know what that is.
Fun.
But anyways, good win for the Pats. Win is a win. Sketchy game last night, but they find a way to pull it out in the end. They'll play the winner of the Houston Texans Pittsburgh Steelers game tonight. But there was some other NFL games, and they were literally every game except the Pats game was phenomenal football. It was a great game. Starts off on Saturday afternoon with the Rams Panthers game. Panthers push it to a 3-point loss to the Rams, which is some are saying the Super Bowl favorite, the best team, MVP on their team, Matt Stafford most likely. It just goes to show that game alone set a beautiful tone for the whole weekend that literally any team is in the running this year. Like the Panthers probably weren't going to win three in a row and go to the Super Bowl, but they pushed one of the best teams in the playoffs to the brink. It was a phenomenal football game, and Bryce Young battled back from being down like 14 points at a point in time. It was just a great way to set up the whole playoff weekend.
The Panthers game was so hopeful for me. Like it was just like it was right there.
I know.
It would have been so funny to see Matt Stafford get eliminated in round one.
By the Panthers.
Is Bryce Young
legit?
Like, is he like? I know he's still young, so we can still give him some more time. But are we considering him legit now?
We thought Mac Jones was legit when he brought us to not the Super Bowl, Jesus, when he brought us to the playoffs and when he got drafted. Let's see if he gets back there.
Fair.
Because I'm sorry, Mac Jones is not legit.
I mean, he fell ass backwards into the playoffs.
You want to know who I will say is legit?
Caleb Williams.
McMillan. Oh,
okay. If we're talking quarterbacks, Ted McMillan, yes, legit. Yeah. It was a fun game. The Rams ultimately the better team. They played the Seahawks. Caleb Williams is legit. That throw. No, Sarah, I don't know if you watched the game or not, but he had a throw on. I'm going to describe this to you. He had a throw on fourth down where he scrambles out of the pocket to his left. And then on one foot, airs it out with two defenders in his face into a window that was the size of maybe two footballs. It was one of the best throws I have ever seen in my entire life. If you haven't seen it, I'll send it in the group chat. Send
it in the group chat.
I'll send it in the group chat. I
can visualize it, but I want to see it.
On fourth down, game on the line, they don't get this. Game's over. It's like a 15-yard ball in the air to, I want to say, Roma Dunze. It was one of the most beautiful. Josh, if you can find it and send it in the group chat, don't play it on the screen because I don't want to get copyright claimed. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. And goes down. They beat the Packers, which is what Ben Johnson said they wanted to do in his opening press conference, was beat the Packers twice a year. And they beat the Packers to eliminate them from the playoffs. And you have to have some serious questions if you're the Packers now about Jordan Love, Matt LaFleur. You spent all this money in draft picks on Micah Parsons, and he gets injured. It's a bad beat. Again, a team I thought would be in the Super Bowl is out in round one. But if I'm taking anything away from that, is that Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson are legit. Like, they are a legit duo to be feared come this postseason, and they will play the 49ers. No, they'll play the Rams, and they'll play the Rams, and the Seahawks will play the Niners because the Niners beat the Eagles and ended the Eagles' championship repeat dreams, which is good because I can't stand Nick Sirianni.
AJ Brown, the ball.
AJ Brown, come to New England. You'll love it here.
Yeah, you're welcome. I will welcome you with open arms.
We got to trade for him, but
how much money?
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, how much money do we have to pay for that?
You can have Douglas. They can have Douglas.
Just Douglas for AJ Brown straight up. Is that your offer, Sarah?
Yes.
I wouldn't.
Maybe a fifth-round pick.
A fifth-round pick. Ooh. I think I don't know if your knee is speaking to you, but then that deal's not getting accepted.
Yeah, I don't think the Patriots will accept that, honestly.
This is why they need me as a coach.
What would be a GM?
Whatever.
You want Elliott Wolf's job. Niners, Eagles.
I will take his job.
Elliott Wolf?
Honestly? Yeah. But also, I think I should be a ref.
Oh, ref? I thought you hated refs.
Haven't we had this conversation before?
I
would do horrible as a ref.
I think New England would love me as a ref.
I mean, yeah, because you call the game in favor of New England and you'd be fired after 1 year.
No, I wouldn't.
Drake May wouldn't even get touching you. You'd be like roughing the passer.
We've absolutely had this conversation before, I think.
Yeah.
Well, no, I
I
would
do horrible as a ref.
do that for Trevor, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I do horrible as a ref because I get
Well,
distracted halfway
Tom,
through.
I would just text you. I would just text you, be like, "Oh, what are your bets?"
Okay, so we have Tim Donahue
Oh,
over here from the NBA.
that's a felony. That's
yeah,
a
that's
felony.
highly illegal.
And
Highly, I mean, I'd
felony,
appreciate it.
well, no,
Under-
did you not hear what I said after?
What?
No.
That I would just make sure they didn't happen.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd bet on Trevor every game. Mono e mono. Let's do this, bitch.
Hmm.
Okay, you wanna ruin my bets? I'm gonna bet on Trevor every game. Then we'll see what happens.
Didn't you bet on Trevor this weekend and he
Yeah,
lost?
I did have some money on the Jags. Tough shout. Here's what it is. Play to win.
Well, it looks like you owe Sarah one.
Oh, Sarah, anything. Let's get to the last.
Over a
We
lead.
did a lot on the Jags game. We did a lot on the Niners. We talked about the Niners-Eagles game a bit. Sadly, George Kittle out with the season-ending injury. ACL, Achilles. I haven't really looked at an update. It's a tough loss for the Niners, but this is a team that has literally lost everyone at one point in time through the season and has bounced back. So they're a resilient football team.
See yet?
Huh?
I just love
yet?
you just jinxed it.
Fair enough. I mean,
Oh no.
whoop-de-doo.
Good lord.
They'll take on the
No,
Seahawks.
I would like them to take out the Seahawks.
The Seahawks are a good football team.
So I want the Seahawks to win.
I have the Seahawks going to the Super Bowl.
The Seahawks are going to win.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win. So
Sam
what?
Darnold Super Bowl with Bad Bunny?
I don't know if I can trust Sam Darnold like that, guys. I really
Sam
don't know if I
Darnold?
can trust Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold Super Bowl with Bad Bunny against Drake May. What a narrative! Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed?
But real quick before we move on to some baseball talk to get out before we get out of here, every game is set besides one. So let's predict all the games that we have so far, Josh.
That actually works out perfectly because I don't even call our game.
Wait,
So,
no,
Josh-
I got twist anyway. I got twist on it. Ready?
Okay.
Oh, I don't. Hold on. I don't have the schedule right in front of me. I
I
have
have it pulled up right now.
I have the teams, but I don't have them when they play. Hold on.
So the games
this
aren't
is my
decided
fault.
yet. The
No,
times
this
aren't
is my-
decided yet.
okay.
Time's
okay.
undecided, but there's 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday.
Okay, so on Saturday, I'm just gonna assume this game's first. You got the Bills, the 6 seed Bills, against the number 1 seed Denver Broncos. Who do you give
Taking the Broncos.
I'm taking the Broncos.
me? The Bills. Give me the
All right.
Bills.
I mean, it would have to be a Superman-like effort for Josh Allen to beat the Broncos. Their defense is legit.
Everyone was saying, like, oh, that's playoff Josh Allen. I'm like, honestly, hot take, I don't even think he played that well yesterday.
I'd have to look at the box score, but I think the fact that he just willed his way into the end zone at the end of that game, he played pretty well.
That was impressive. That was like the only impressive thing he did yesterday. I think I just am kind of mad at him.
I think it's more you're spited, Sarah. I think it's more
it's so-
spite.
That's
Um,
fine.
Then the
I'll be
next game
fine.
is the other 6 and 1 seed. You got the San Francisco 49ers, who are just banged up, versus the Sam Darnold Seahawks in Seattle.
So
Give me
there,
Donald.
there's a really interesting narrative here.
What?
If I'm correct, I believe Sam Darnold was a backup on the Niners for a little while. I might be mistaken. Might want to fact check me on that. But I believe he went to the Niners before he went to the Vikings.
I think he
Those
did.
are- I think there was a very short period of time where he
was.
was back. He was.
2023
Was he
season.
drafted by them?
He was there for the whole season.
Yeah, he was there during the 2023 season. He signed a 1 year as the backup to Purdy, and then he joined
The Vikings.
the Vikings.
So he went to the Kyle Shanahan School of Quarterbacking.
Wait. Sam Darnold was Brock Purdy's backup?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So do we think Mac Jones is going to be like this elite, not elite, but like this good tier
Now
quarterback?
you have to wonder though, like if you go to the
Who do you-
Niners, you're trying to be a quarterback, and you go elsewhere and you're decent.
Is Mac Jones going to go with the Jets, and the Jets will finally be a good team?
I think Mac Jones is going to legit look next year. I don't know how long
was
he's
gonna
under
say, like,
contract.
He's going to go to who needs a quarterback? The Jets need
The
one.
Raiders.
Him.
The Raiders need
Well,
one.
the Raiders are probably going to draft the Mendoza kid.
They're going to draft the Hoosier.
Oh, that poor kid.
Yeah, his career's over then, pretty much. But I'll take the Seahawks. I think the Niners have gone as far as they can.
Give me Sam Darnold.
Seahawks are favored by a touchdown as of right now.
Sarah.
And
Oh,
actually,
Seahawks.
the Bills are favored right now in that Broncos-Bills game by 1.5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can't bet against Josh Allen.
I'm still going Seahawks.
Yeah, I'll go Seahawks.
And then on Sunday, you got the other game in the NFC. You got the Rams versus the Bears. Give me...
I'm going with the Rams, but I really don't want to.
The Rams went toe-to-toe with the Panthers, so that gives me false hope on them. But the Bears also had to come back from a 20-point-plus deficit against the Packers, so I'm like... Both teams did not play... The games were great, don't get me wrong, but both teams did not show me 100% confidence. I'm going to go with the Bears because they at least... They had to come back from a 20-point-plus deficit, whereas the Rams just kind of kept it neck and neck with the Panthers the entire time. So give me the Bears. Bears, Seahawks, NFC Championship.
Did you take the Rams, Sarah?
Yeah.
All right, because last week you had the Bears in your Super Bowl last week, and I had the Rams over the Bears last week, and I'm actually gonna take the Bears this week. I'm gonna swap it up because
No.
What do you mean no? You did the exact same thing.
Oh, wait, then I want the Bears.
You want the Bears? Okay, then I will stick with my original pick. However, if I was picking today,
So you
I'll
want me
just
to...
stick with the bracket I have. I will take
Thank
the
you.
Rams.
Wait,
'Cause
have
the
I gotten my... No, I don't have my bracket right. Damn it.
No,
Fuck you.
if the Texans win tonight, I will be perfect with my bracket.
And then finally, we have the final AFC game, even though it's not determined. So we're going to do two. We're going to do two predictions. So first, you have the Patriots versus the Steelers.
Pats over Steelers, no problem.
The Pats. And then
No.
the other
No.
AFC game, which is the exact same game, just a different opponent, the Pats versus the Texans.
It's the exact same game, but just a different opponent. Way to put it, Josh.
Exactly. Exactly. Pats versus Texans.
I have them over Texans in my bracket. I'm going to stick with it. But after watching that Chargers game, I'm a lot less confident.
Give me the Patriots.
Yeah.
Seahawks Super Bowl, baby.
All right. And we'll see what happens then on Monday Night Football. Patriots' opponent will be determined. Maybe we'll get a quick video up on social media, a gut reaction video that did well last time. But before we get out of here, there was some baseball news. We're gonna educate Sarah. So we're gonna set the scene for Sarah so she understands what's going on. So flashback to about a year ago, around this time, the Red Sox signed a guy by the name of Alex Bregman. He was one of the top free agents in the class last year, who plays third base. The issue was they had this guy locked up. Their franchise third base is a position in baseball.
I know that.
Okay. I don't know. You were giving me a look like, what is third base? So they signed this guy, Alex Bregman.
Give me the look. I don't care.
All right, well, I'm just going to set the scene for you to why people are upset about this Bregman situation.
You got Alex Bregman.
You got Bregman, who plays third base. The issue is that they have this guy on the team named Rafael Devers, who is their franchise guy, who they have locked up. He's a homegrown talent. He's the only remaining piece from a World Series team in 2018, and Rafael Devers, who has been locked up, who plays third base.
They don't like each other.
Well, it's not that they don't like each other. They both play the same position. And they were telling Devers while they were negotiating, trying to sign Bregman, don't worry, Bregman will play second or first. You'll still play third. They signed Bregman, who is also boys with the manager of the Boston Red Sox, Alex Cora. They're boys. They go back to their time in Houston together. So they're really close. So they signed Bregman and decide, actually, Devers, we need you to play first base. We're actually going to have you play DH. You're not going to play in the field anymore. You're going to play DH. You're going to be the designated hitter. All you're going to do is hit because you're really good at hitting and you're really a bad third baseman when it comes down to it. And Devers says, no, I play third base. So Devers becomes upset with the organization. He ends up playing DH, disgruntled. He has a really slow start. Bregman starts hot. Looks good. Devers eventually figures it out at DH and is really good as a DH. He's hitting nukes. Then the Red Sox first baseman gets injured. And they say, hey, Devers, could you do us a solid and play first base? We need a first baseman. And Devers says, no, I'm not playing first base. I'm going to play DH now because this is where you want me to play. So now there's all these issues with Devers and the Red Sox organization that Sam Kennedy, the president of baseball, and Craig Breslow, Craig Breslow's like the general manager of the team. He builds the roster. And Sam Kennedy is the vice president of baseball operations, I think. And John Henry, the owner of the team, they all fly out on a road trip to, I want to say it was they were in Texas or they were out west in like California. So they fly out and have a meeting with Devers to try to solve all these issues that are going on. And they leave the meeting and say pretty much, F this guy, we don't want him on the team anymore. So they traded away Rafael Devers, this homegrown franchise star, one of the best bats in Major League Baseball, to the Giants for a bag of chips. legitimately a bag of chips. They get nothing back from him. They get a bunch of prospects who turn out to be nothing and a pitcher who turned out to be nothing.
They don't get good chips for them. They don't get like sour cream and onion. They literally get like plain.
Yeah, like what's your least favorite brand of chips?
I don't really eat chips.
Like you like Sun chips?
To me,
Okay.
it's just plain Lay's. Lay's are just
No,
like nah.
plain Lay's are gas. They
No.
got like Sun
Eat like
chips,
a toddler.
huh?
You eat like a toddler.
No, but I know my brand of chips.
But Tom, you would at least want like a sour cream and onion chip, not just a
No.
plain.
I will say the Utz sour cream and onion chips slap.
Slap. Okay, so they got the opposite of that in return, pretty much.
Okay, they got crappy. It's like the Lay's dill pickle chips.
They got
Yes,
goldfish pretzels.
Yeah,
Ew.
perfect. They got goldfish pretzels in return. So they essentially, the team chooses Alex Bregman over Devers, this guy they signed. But the issue is Devers is that Bregman has an opt out in his contract, and he opts out come the end of the season. So now they don't have Devers, who they spent, and they got all the money back from Devers because the Giants are paying every last penny of that Devers contract, that $30 million contract they signed Devers to. They don't have to pay anymore. It's off their books. So you would think, come free agency, they have an extra $30 million to spend because they don't have that Devers money anymore. But they also don't have Bregman on the roster, and Bregman was being paid $40 million per year. So that's $70 million they have. Exactly. This is why you're a school teacher, because you can do math, basic math, Sarah. Addition, yes. This is why you teach young children, the young minds, the youths of our world. You're molding them.
I mostly just teach them not to put their fingers in their mouths, but okay.
That's also important. That's also very important. It's very important. So they don't have.
And
So come free agency, which started 67 days ago, they have not sent a free agent. And on this past week, I think it was Friday night or Saturday night, Alex Bregman signs elsewhere. So not only do you lose Rafael Devers, you lose the guy you choose over Rafael Devers and Alex Bregman to the Chicago Cubs on a deal that you very well could have afforded because you still have that $70 million just kicking around that you haven't put back into the team. So that's why people are upset, because they lost out on another free agent, a big name free agent, because they lost out on this guy, Pete Alonso, which we talked about a little bit about a month ago. They lost out on him too because they didn't want to spend the money on him. So it all comes down to the Red Sox are the cheapest team, one of the cheapest teams in the league. And they lost their franchise guy and the guy they took over.
so who's in charge of the money and like finding like free agency and all that?
So Craig
Is
Breslow
there-
was like the general man. He is the guy that you would consider to be like your Elliott Wolf of the team if you're going to transition
Okay.
sports or you're going to compare sports.
So he's a moron.
So I don't think it's that's where I'm going to go. I don't think it's his fault. I think he's handcuffed by the guy who owns the team, John Henry, who was one of the cheapest owners in the league. I think it's all his fault. I blame him, not Craig Breslow.
Can you get rid of ownership?
He has to sell the team.
Can we like force him to?
He's like the top of the top. Like no one has power over him. He chooses
So-
he chooses his own fate.
So what if the fucking Red Sox fans just stop going to games?
So that's what would happen. But the issue is fans still go to Fenway, not just Red Sox fans, but fans
They
go to Fenway because it's a
because
historic ballpark. People
Yeah.
come, they plan vacations in the summer around going to Fenway to see their team.
know.
So it's Fenway is always going to be, I don't want to say sold out, but it's always going to always going to be positive when it comes to revenue. Always.
Can I kind of like have a hot take here?
Go for it?
Fenway sucks.
Really?
I don't like Fenway.
Fenway's probably the best out of the three stadiums that the
No,
Bucks
No, no,
have.
no. I'm just saying, like, I've been there for concerts. It sucks.
Oh, okay. From a concert standpoint.
Okay, yeah, concert perspective, you probably
I
won't
feel like
go.
it'd be cool though, because I feel like you can get really close to them, like on the first baseline seats.
No.
I think if you're going to a concert, you go to the Garden.
They're literally, they set up the stage like in the outfield.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're like, if you're behind home plate, you're so fucking far.
yeah.
If you're on the floor, though, you're obviously right there. You're getting what you paid for. But Annie and I, our first Fenway concert was Morgan Wallen, and we went to Fenway. My friend Zach helped me get tickets. Shout out Zach, you're the best. He hooks me up with a lot of Fenway concerts. But these tickets were like dirt cheap, and I had to buy blind, which kind of sucked. But I was like, these are like $100. Like, okay, whatever. And then I bought them, looked at where they were, and I was like, holy shit, we're like close to the stage. Like, why was this $100? There was a yellow fucking pole right in front of us.
Oh, you had the pesky pole right in front of you.
Oh yeah.
You were behind the pesky pole.
Oh yeah. But then we did.
Did you sign it?
No,
People sign the pesky pole.
I didn't have a marker. But I don't know. I just don't like the tunnels. I don't like it. It just, I don't like the feeling.
I
It's
love
like
Fenway. I love
it's
it.
like claustrophobic to me. I don't like it. It's also very confusing.
In my opinion, Fenway is the best out of the three. If we're talking
It's the
stadiums,
coolest.
out of Gillette and I mean, I love both Gillette and TD Garden. I have a little bit of a soft spot for the Garden as well because I'm a big Celtics guy. But if we're going like just in general, I think Fenway is just
I
the
prefer
best.
Gillette over any other
I mean,
place.
yeah, it's the newest, it's the nicest, but
And
there's just
also,
something so raw about Fenway.
Yeah.
I've been to Gillette the most, so I know Gillette like the back of my hand.
That's the thing, is
Gillette-
I've been to Fenway the most.
So
Gillette
I've
also
been
Gillette also has Patriots Place, which is
It's
like
the whole
yeah, it's kind of fun to go around there. But that Fenway kind
Yeah.
of Fenway area, which is
they have good restaurants.
Yeah, the Fenway area, get game line. You have Jersey Street before the game, which is just awesome. I love Fenway. It's gorgeous.
nothing beats a Fenway Frank though. Nothing.
That's the annoying thing, is they're not going to spend this $70 million, and the Fenway Franks are still going to cost you way too much money. So it's like you're not reinvesting in you're not putting the money back into the team. You're still going to jack up all the prices. You're still going to be one of the most expensive seats in all of MLB, and the team is objectively worse than it was last year, and the team was a game away from beating the Yankees and going on to the next round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's what bothers me, is they promised us this second picture, this investment in the team, and they've done the exact opposite. They are the only team in I can't stress this enough, the only team in Major League Baseball to not spend a single dime since free agency. Free agency officially opens on November 6th. That was 67 days ago, and they haven't signed a single player to their roster. They haven't spent, it's honestly, I'm not joking, it really is 67. I didn't plan that. That's just objectively hilarious. 6-7. It's pathetic. It's so sad. They are worse than they were last year.
Well, you know what? If fans are mad, stop going.
You just can't.
Stop going.
Like you
No,
can't.
but you can. But you can. But
It's
you
just
can.
it's never gonna be enough to affect it, because fans might stop going. Opposing fans will show up. They make tons of money on the concerts at Fenway because they got to sell out those concerts.
Kids are going to want to go as well. Like try telling a kid he can't go to the Red Sox game.
And you have attractions.
Try, and he'll get over it, and it will be a life lesson.
But they have attractions on their roster, Sarah. They have Garrett Crochet, one of the best pitchers in the majors. They have one of the most. They have Roman Anthony, one of the most exciting up and coming stars in Major League Baseball. If Meyer's healthy, that's an attraction. If Christian Campbell comes up and is legit, that's an attraction. People like Jarren Duran because he's pretty, and that's an attraction. I rest my case. Sarah just went from the most I don't care to.
But okay, wait, I meant to. Ew. On over, guys. I have interest, but I don't fawn, and I also have a boyfriend, so I'm not that interested.
Guys, I'm not going to the Red Sox game. I don't care. Jarren Duran?
You two could text me and say, "Hey, we're going to the Red Sox. You want to come?" I'd be like, "Nah, I'm good."
You know what?
Easy way to
There's
get there.
no interest. There's no interest.
What do we do?
Now, if you texted me and said that Jackson Dart is there or Trevor Lawrence, yeah, you could get me. But
9 is here.
Going. You know who loves baseball that you would like? Alex Cooper loves baseball.
Who?
Alex Cooper? Isn't that the Call Her Daddy chick?
Yeah.
She loves baseball. Baseball isn't boring. She loves Fenway.
No, she did a whole thing at Fenway, and I literally didn't give two shits about it.
I'm trying to relate it to you, Sarah. I'm trying my best here.
I don't like baseball. I'm sorry.
Tom,
I like football, and I handle hockey. I tolerate hockey.
I think the four of us should try to make it a goal since the new year.
Who the hell's the fourth?
My boyfriend.
Is that what you're assuming, Josh?
Oh, I was saying. What?
You said four people. There's three of us.
I'd never said. Oh, did I say the four of us? Oh, my bad.
It's recorded. Yeah, you said the four of us.
I was like, wait.
I don't know. No, I think we should all try to attend each of the four sports. I think that's what I meant to say. I think we should try to
go to the game on Sunday.
Well, yeah, like obviously the Patriots are kind of run out of time, but I think since for 2026, I think we should try to go to a Red Sox, a Celtics, a Bruins, and a Patriots game. I think we should
Well,
try.
I might be knocking 2 off this week because I'm going to the Bruins on Thursday, and then I might be going to the Patriots on Sunday.
Bro.
Well, there goes that idea.
Wait.
just to start-
So no invite?
I didn't buy the tickets for the Bruins, but you're more than welcome for the Patriots. I said to Josh, I said to Tom before you got on, I said we should try to go to the Patriots game this weekend.
I definitely have to work during it.
We'll see how work pans out. I have my shifts. I don't know if you have your
Find
shifts.
out.
That's very off topic for the pod. But getting back to Bregman, objectively, 5 years, 175, 35 million AAV. Objectively, I think is a bad deal. So that's but that's not the point of why I'm angry. The point is you chose this guy over Devers, and Devers is gone, and now Bregman's gone.
To put it into girl terms, you broke up with your boyfriend for your situationship, and then your situationship left you.
I mean, kind of nailed it.
I know.
So you were paying attention, which makes me happy that I didn't waste my time. You were paying attention.
I was.
And now you can't. And now you can't get your ex-boyfriend back to add on. You can't get the ex-boyfriend back.
Right, you can't get him back. He won't come back to you. He's gay now.
He's gay.
And to just add a little silver lining on it, come the end of the season, let's say that they need to win the last 3 games to make the postseason. They play the Cubs. So you're going to see Bregman in the most important games of the season if those games even turn out to matter. I don't think they will. I think they'll be out of the playoffs.
Nail him in the head with a fastball, and there you go.
I don't hate it. I do love when there's a fight in baseball.
I think that's another felony, Sara.
No, it's not. It's just kind of like, okay, he might get up and come and fight you.
I don't know. Sara might get arrested.
Sara chooses violence 99% of the time.
Sara chooses violence. Well, I mean, I'm still upset. I mean, I just really I'm at a loss for words for just how pathetic this offseason has turned out to be for the Boston Red Sox. They haven't made good trades, in my personal opinion. Willie Contreras and the the 2 pitchers they brought in are nothing special. They don't add value to your roster, in my opinion. They don't put you over the edge like we need them to. They're supplements for guys who lost in the offseason or to injuries. And then you lose out on Bregman, you lose out on Alonso, and now you need to be all in on Bo Bichette. And we'll see if they can get that to work. I have no faith that they'll be serious contenders when it comes to Bo Bichette because they've given me no belief that they really believe they are a big market team and act like a big market team. What it comes down to is John Henry doesn't want to invest in this ball club to win. They are a way to make revenue to support his other sports teams that he owns. His soccer team is one of the highest teams when it comes to spending in whatever league they're in. I think it's the Premier League. I could be wrong.
Liverpool,
thank you.
Didn't baseball just end?
What do you mean just end? The World Series was in October.
Oh. Yeah, that's recent.
Yeah. So, I mean,
when the hell
January.
does their season start?
Spring training in March. Their season starts halfway through April.
Why the hell doesn't the football work like that?
I didn't make the football schedule. I didn't make the baseball schedule. That's what it comes down to. You have that cheap bastard John Henry, who I think is Craig Breslow. Objectively, they messed up the Bregman Devers situation, but I think if he could have, he would have paid Bregman the $35 million a year. I don't blame Craig Breslow for that. Breslow takes the blame for the Devers situation.
Do you think he asked for it, or he just said bye?
Do I think Bregman went back and said 35, or do you think Breslow went to John Henry and said, can I pay him this much money? Because I think both happened. I think Bregman went, I mean, I obviously don't know how negotiations went. I think Bregman obviously...
Was it kind of like a Marshawn situation where he wanted more money and they said no?
Well, I think Bregman said, hey, I have this 5-year, 175 offer from the Cubs. Can you match it? And I think Breslow probably went to John Henry or Sam Kennedy and said, can I match this contract? And they said, no, that's too much money to spend on one player. And
that's so stupid. Look at fucking Mahomes.
Because there's not even a salary cap in baseball. You can spend as much money as you want in baseball.
That's so stupid.
I mean, the salary cap is stupid. There's going to be a lockout in a few years because owners like John Henry are leading the way for a salary cap in baseball. So it all comes back to money with the Red Sox. They're too cheap. They won't invest. And it's sad because fans like us and the players like Roman Anthony and Garrett Crochet and Carlos Narvaez and these guys who have talent and potential and need help around them to compete for a World Series trophy aren't going to get that around here in Boston, which is just so sad.
And then I believe.
you're gonna in 8 years we're gonna be in the same situation we were with Mookie Betts, where with Roman Anthony, where Mookie Betts wants a big contract extension, the Sox won't pay him, and Roman Anthony's gonna go to LA where Mookie Betts went, and he's gonna win a bunch of World Series trophies. And that's a guy who should be here for life. It's a story all the time at this point with the Boston Red Sox. It happened with Mookie Betts, it happened
Well,
with Xander Bogaerts, it's gonna happen with these guys.
How old's the owner?
I don't know. He's not gonna die.
John Henry.
If that's what
Yeah.
you're insinuating, Sarah.
That's what I was insinuating.
Okay,
76.
I'm not wishing death on John Henry over sports.
I'm not wishing death on him, but
I just want to clarify again. We haven't said this in a while. Sarah's comments have no reflection on the other two hosts on the show. They are solely her opinion and do not reflect on Tom Crisafulli or Josh Beck.
She's what now hoped for death on one person, set a felony, and also another like assault and battery crime.
Xander's aunt's gonna have to arrest you.
3 charges now.
I don't think she will. I
All
keep
right.
him in line.
Well, for the sake of Sarah's legal safety, we're gonna end the episode here. Go Steelers.
A lawyer. No.
No,
Go
Pats.
Steelers tonight.
Go Pats, because we're
No.
not going to be. We're not going to be on
Texans.
this. No.
All right. Well, we are.
Go Pats. We're not going to talk about this until after the next Pats game.
Go Patriots.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
we could have another. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a short preview episode. We'll see. Sarah's busy, so I guess Sarah won't be there for the preview episode if we do one. But that's going to do it for episode number 34 of the Duckboat Dispatch. We're getting close to 1 year, guys. We're less than 20 away. We'll be back some point next week, maybe later in the week, to break down or preview the Patriots' next game and all things NFL. Maybe the Red Sox will have signed a free agent. What, Sarah?
I didn't say anything, but it's
you're
probably
shaking.
unlikely that. Well,
It is very unlikely. Currently 67 days and counting, and they have not signed a free agent. We'll see what happens. And then maybe Tatum return coming up soon. We'll have to talk about that as well. And Sarah will give us some updates on how that Bruins game was. Go Pats. Let's get to the AFC Championship game. We want it all. Make sure you subscribe at the Duckboat Dispatch on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Duckboat Dispatch. Like, comment, subscribe, share, be a friend, tell a friend, share with a friend. It goes a long way. We appreciate it. We'll be back. Huh?
sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. That's what Sarah teaches the kids. She teaches them math. Don't put your fingers in your mouth. And sharing is caring.
And how to wash your
All important things. All very important things. Just as important as a Patriots win for Sarah's mental health. So go Pats. We'll be back next week with Sarah. Whether she is disgruntled or not, we will make her be here because she is a vital part of the show. Josh and I will be back next week. Go Pats.